Well, Darrell, I can't imagine a much more frustrating afternoon for you.
3 points dropped for me, big style. The amount of territory we had, the amount of times we gave the final ball away, the amount of times we had good possession and shot over the bar. Very frustrating afternoon for me. I was very confident we were getting at half time with a clean sheet. I talked about the dangers of set pieces, and then we conceded a sloppy set piece from a seconds in a box. That was the thing where then you start chasing a game, start chasing a football match, and then we're snatching at things late doors when obviously they go down 10 men. We've overloaded it massively. The lads have given me everything again, but you're looking for it there in the final third to be better. And that's all round, that's all as a team, not because we were camped in there after the majority of the second half. So terribly disappointed that we didn't get anything out of the game.
The start of the match was a little bit like last year, and they almost like caught you cold.
It started bright. We expected that. We had to deal with that. We didn't deal with that, and that's why you're chasing the game after that. I thought after the initial 10-15 minute period, we got control of the football match in the first half, control of the football match in the second half. Didn't do enough in their third of the pitch, which is disappointing for the players I had on the pitch at the time. But we'll go again. Like I say, every game in this division is a tough game. And credit to Barnet, they held on. They got plenty of men behind the ball. They were never going to commit any men forward. We put plenty of attacking players onto the pitch, and for whatever reason, it hasn't gone for us in the final third. So we're back on the training ground and working hard on it next week to make sure in our next game we are clinical.
And when you're playing against 10 as you were in the second half, it's almost you've got to set your players down.
The 10 men for me is enables us to get an overload for my back players to be able to step in with the ball. They really make a hell of a difference to them, as in they can just get 10 men behind us in there. For me, we open them up at times, but we like that final finish, whether it be from 20 yards flying over with a few oohs and a few ahs and a good save from their keeper. But too many times we let ourselves down with a final shot and a final through ball.
And that was something that happened more at the start of the season. It seems like you cured that in recent weeks.
Well, listen, we've gone 8 games, we've won 5, drew 2, lost 1. It's not disaster, but I'm angry, frustrated and disappointed like the changing rooms because we haven't got anything out of the game today. Whereas on balance of the play, what do they have? 3 shots, 2 on target. We have 18 shots and 5 on target, which says it all. So that's why we lost the game today, because we weren't clinical in the final third and we didn't defend one set piece properly. That's the only reason why we lost the game.
I thought Ellis up front, his hold-up play was very good today.
We had chances, and he was strong. He won his headers. He did very well up top there. The lads have played well apart from the final third, where it's where you earn your money. I've said to get out of this league, you've got to be very good in both boxes. We've defensively been superb for the majority of the season. Today we haven't been clinical enough with our final through ball, and our decision making and our shooting was very, very wayward.
It's about starting another run, isn't it? Having just come off a good one.
Go again. It's a good run of games, but we don't fear anybody. Nobody at all. And every game brings you different problems. And today we're just frustrated and disappointed. Like I say, back on the training ground, working hard, ready to go again.
Liam Lawrence made a debut. What was the impression of him?
Yeah, he's unlucky with an effort. He's got plenty of touch. I know what Liam's going to bring. Brings that added bit of quality at times. But we just, for whatever reason, at times, the through balls, our shooting, going over the bar, too many oohs and ahs, look like they're going to drop in and they don't drop in. Just a frustrating afternoon for us.
And is that something you can write off for today, or is it something that...
No, work on it. You don't write anything off. We go back and analyse it, and we get working on it. Like I said to my players in there, now it's key that we go in. We have a training programme around that, onto our next project, but we also have a training programme around us being clinical in the final third and also defensively. Because if you keep a clean sheet, I guarantee you, if it's 0-0 with 10 men, we go and win the game, because you're not snatching, you're not chasing at the game. We had to show a bit more composure than we did at times, and we didn't show that. At 0-0, you have that composure because you're not chasing a game away from home.
And in training, is that difficult balance to strike, to work on the immediate game, but also try and improve the players over the course of a season?
Yeah, I know what you're saying there, because Oxford is a different sort of style of game, more of a footballing team than Barnet. So obviously that changes and tactics change accordingly. But we still, whatever team you're playing against, you've got to be good in the final third with your through balls and your finishing and your movement, and we weren't good enough for that today.
Okay, January, obviously, any more irons in fires close to it?
We'll see what happens next week.
Okay, would you hope that there'd be an additional?
We're trying to, definitely 100% trying to. We really knows. I'm not going to speak about other teams' players, but I think it's no-brainer to know who we're trying to chase, and we'll see what'll happen next week.